the user experience that you're going to see is going to be tiered based on your hardware and power requirements. For instance, you may have a laptop that has, and I don't want to make any promises here. This is some of the trade-offs that we're trying to, feel out and figure out what the right thing to do is. But if you may have a laptop that has a Radeon 9600 with 64 megs of VRAM in it, which is a pretty high-end laptop at this point. And it may be very well capable of running some of the more advanced Longhorn visuals, specifically the glass for the DCE. However, you may not want to run that. Oh, I'm sorry, the DCE, that's desktop compositing engine. That's the, we've called it many things, DCE, DWM, desktop compositor. Okay. Yeah, we have a habit of naming everything with acronyms at least 3 or 4 times. So right. We try and get our ducks in a row before we start talking to people outside the company. Right. But you'll see some occurrences where you'll see stuff like that pop up. So we have you may be able to run that on that laptop, but those graphics processors that are in the laptops can take a lot of power. So you may not want to run all those great visuals all the time. If you're running on battery. So we're working hard to find the right balance and the right scalability of features so that we can run on everything from a tablet PC, which those tend to be smaller and lighter and relatively underpowered compared to the monstrosity that I have sitting next to my desk here, that workstation from Dell, right? So there's a whole slew of capabilities, and we want Longhorn to scale on that. That being said, Avalon and Longhorn aren't going to run on your pocket PC. There's at some point the technologies that we're making will make it onto the server. I don't have specific knowledge of when that'll happen, yeah. But we're really concentrating on sort of the laptop to desktop set of devices right now.
Let the other things shake out later.
Yeah. Well, you can only do so much at once. So.
Yeah. And you got to bet on the high-end hardware too. So,
well, by the time we ship, it probably won't be that high-end. I mean, there was a time where I remember I got in college I got a 1.2 gigabyte hard drive, and I was really excited because that thing was huge, and I had no idea how I would ever use that much space. And just the term gigabyte and gigahertz processor sounded so out there, right? But a gigabyte of memory in a machine is not unheard of now. It's not that uncommon. And moving forward, even more memory, faster processors, 64-bit, the whole slew.
Is Avalon set up for 64-bit processor?
Yeah, we're working hard to work on 64-bit. I don't know specifically whether a 64-bit Longhorn will ship at the same point as a 32-bit. I haven't heard any plans on that one way or the other. But 64-bit is not going away, and that's something that we're taking very seriously. Yeah. Managed code is one of those things that lets us be pretty much agnostic in a lot of cases, but we make sure that we build the 64-bit flavors of Windows every time we build a version of Avalon.